All right, there we go. We live. All right. You want to
Yeah.
start us off right now, man?
All right, yo, what's going on? It's your boy Symphony Jules, man. Um, Representing MoshPit Gaming. You can introduce yourself, brother.
All right. Yo, what's up? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Poncho. You can call me X Mighty Poncho. It's my gamer tag on Xbox Live. You know, this is our podcast, man. Welcome. So, so how do you want to do this? You want to kind of like let everybody know what you about, like what games you into and everything.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, let me give y'all a little bit about myself. I'm born and raised New York, Brooklyn, Coney Island. I'm 34 now. I've been gaming since man I can remember, man. Like I played all the old systems, but the system that set it off for me was the Commodore 64. And, I've been gaming on every platform since then. So, like, anything you name, I done touched it, gamed on it, and spend a lot of time gaming. So, I'm a hardcore gamer for sure. Like, it doesn't matter what platform. If it's hot, it's hot. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I feel the same way. But yeah, I'm a New York native as well. I was born and raised in Harlem for a little while. Um, I moved down to Mississippi for a couple years, and I came back up here. So like New York every day, all day. Um, I'm into I started out with the N64 when I was growing up. That was like my console. Like so, I grew up like being like a Nintendo kid. And now like I kind of flip flopped around with the PlayStation and like Xbox, but right now I'm a Xbox native right now. That's where I'm at right now. That's where I play all my games at. So that's what I'm doing right now. So
Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, I'm hard on the Xbox right now myself. So yeah, man. I game hard on the Xbox. That's just my system of choice right now. Ever since the Xbox OG came out, I've been gaming on that shit hard more than the PlayStation. I don't know. It's just that they brought something different to the table for me. So I
yeah,
that's what it was for me. What really brought me over there. But I still gamed on the PlayStation 2, the Dreamcast. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but Microsoft just did something different for me.
yeah, and that's what we're gonna be talking about on I don't know if you want to do this a weekly thing, but whenever we drop an episode, we'll be talking about different topics that's happening in the world of gaming. So it won't just be Xbox. It'll be something that's hot that's going on in the gaming world, and we'll talk about that, fill everybody in on what's going on. So right now, like Xbox is on fire right now in terms of this holiday. They're dropping a lot of bombshells right now. Like so, like it should be really interesting to see how it works out this holiday. What you think about that? Like
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this holiday with the Xbox One, man. There's just so much going on. I'm a preview member too with the beta program, so I'm looking forward to this new UI. Like that's like
yeah,
I want the games, but yeah, I've been dying for a new dashboard for a very long
yeah,
time. And, it's
well,
definitely needed, man. And then the whole how they got the little Cortana, the way she works with the new UI and everything, and how it's just like really one to one. Like you tell her like, oh, to find a friend to see if they're online and send them an invite. It just happens like that. She locates the person and sends the invite or whatever. Like I think that's really really dope how they're doing that. I think you're gonna need the connector for that feature. I'm not really sure. I don't have 100% information on that, but I think you're
yeah,
gonna connect for that feature. But with the games, It's so much that I'm looking forward to. The Tomb Raider, Star Wars. Um, it's just a lot, man. The Halo's about to pop off.
Yeah,
You got Assassin's Creed about to pop off too. It's a lot of joints that I'm really looking forward to playing, like playing on my Xbox right now. Oh, just to be clear, I do have access to PS4. My brother has it, so I played on PS4 many a times just to let everybody know, like this. I'm not no. I don't favor a system, man. You know what I mean? Like if, like I said before, if it's hot, man.
yeah. Like, yeah, I feel you on that. Like, a lot of people, like, even if you kind of like you're not feeling anything from like another system, just try to look at the people's perspectives that do love it and try to understand why they like it. You know, at least like, because a lot of people like they just bash it and they just bash it and like they don't understand like why people like that console and stuff. And I try to look at it from that perspective and everything. So like w- say it's the same thing for me. Like whatever's hot at the time, I'll be with it and everything, and I'll give it mad respect. But you'll never see me here bashing another like company like and just like playing like favorites with another. So like it's all we all equal here.
Yeah, basically. That's
Yeah,
how it got to be, man. Never take away the joy of the next man to like what system he games on. If he enjoys that shit, let him be, man. Let him be. You
yeah.
know.
Um, let's see. It's that first episode, man. Like, got that
Yeah.
nervousness. you know, but there's probably a couple things we could talk about. Like this whole DirectX 12 thing. Like, I'm still learning. I'm still learning about it every day. Like, could
Yeah.
you give like everybody some insight about like what's it about and what like what
Oh,
it could potentially do for the Xbox?
yeah. It's definitely gonna push it. I'm still learning about it myself because there's just so much that's coming out every day. Okay. It's just so much that it can do right now. A lot of people in the tech world were downplaying it, saying that oh,
Yeah,
it's not going to be able to do this, it's not going to be able to do that. And now look, the information is out. Same thing with the cloud. Um, I've been saying something about the cloud for a very long time because I actually I seen some things. I don't want to get in trouble for saying some of the shit. But I seen some things, and it was good to see them show the crackdown this year using the cloud. And I know that shit shut a lot of people down. And like, it's just real funny to me how like a lot of people, still to this day, after seeing this shit, saying it's not real. Oh, DirectX 12 ain't gonna do nothing. Cloud ain't gonna do nothing.
yeah,
It's just so much that is gonna do. It's gonna improve the system, um, graphically, speed wise. It's a lot, man.
yeah. Right. Like hopefully I can, cause I like this has been the most interesting thing about like that was one of the reasons I wanted to get an Xbox One was because of this whole cloud thing, hearing about
Yeah,
the DirectX 12 and like I was like that sounds like really ambitious like the way they're handling that. Like I know it might not seem that way to a lot of people, but like you kind of have to look at it from like a long-term like view and like see how far they're pushing it and everything.
yeah, exactly,
And
exactly. Like future proof.
um You you think it's gonna be a while before they drop like another Xbox, considering like what they're doing with the cloud, or like you think it's just gonna be like kind of like how the last generation was, where it was like a 10-year cycle, I think, or 12-year.
I don't know. Like I do flip flop back and forth with it. Sometimes I think they're not going to drop a console for a very long time. And then sometimes I feel like, this might be just a test run, and then they're going to launch another console that's really going to do the damn thing that they wanted to do from the start. I really don't know. I'm not really sure if they're going to launch another console too soon. I think it might be a while before they even think about trying to like launch something new.
Yeah. You know what I be thinking sometimes is that they do concept art for the next console when they drop the actual console and shit. Like I feel like they probably do something like that, and then like they probably like just have it there in storage or whatever until like they feel like they're ready to like kind of like start working on it and shit. Like I feel like
Yeah.
that's what they've been doing and shit.
Cause I mean, like the way this Xbox One is right now, it's dope how it is. Like if you really take the time out and just look at it now, and like then look at it how it was when it launched, and then look at their plan, their original plan for the system, how it was supposed to be a always online system, digital only, and I think they can still go that route with it because I do appreciate the way it is now, but some of the policies like having it always online, like at then it didn't make sense to me, because I really didn't understand like their vision for this console at first.
Yeah.
uh, it was just all over the place for it with me to like really understand it. But now I understand a whole lot more because you have a lot more people talking about the original plan in detail and like what it's doing now and how it's kind of like the same thing, but there's still some things that they wanted to put in play that is not in motion right now. But it's really dope. It's a dynamic system, and I think it's just going to get powerful and more powerful, as time goes by, especially with this cloud.
Yeah. I think like I will say like I'm a little glad I didn't get the Xbox at first because I didn't really like that the position it was in at the time. Like
Yeah.
I was feeling a couple of the games and everything, but I think it was the features and how the like the console was perceived at the time. And but now like you look at it now, like you kind of look at like the time lapse between then and now. It's a whole completely different console because especially with that new UI update, like that's really I feel like that's how it was supposed to launch. Like I really feel like they wanted it to launch that way with that UI and everything. Like
Yeah, I definitely agree with that one. I think it was just rushed out, man. The
yeah,
Xbox, like, there's no denying that, that the Xbox One definitely was rushed out, and to compete with the Sony PlayStation 4 in terms of them sales, man. Like, Sony's console is selling very well, but that doesn't mean it's the better system. Just like if Xbox One was coming out first and Sony had to play catch up, it doesn't mean that the Xbox One is the best system. It's just
yeah,
that's just how the business is. But I just wonder like how Nintendo feels when like what's going on in their world when you got these two consoles going head to head, Sony and Xbox, and then Nintendo doesn't seem like they really compete that much. And then when they do come out with a system, it's not as powerful, and then it just gets thrown under the bus. I'm really wondering what they're going to do now to, jump back into this because I want to see what they're doing. The Xbox One is the talk of the town right now, especially after them showing on the cloud. So Sony ain't really saying nothing. They just multi-plat exclusives and shit like that. I want to know what Nintendo's gonna do. What you think they're gonna do?
um like I've been talking to this about about their console, that Project NX, I think is what they calling it, and
Yes.
I'm wondering if they're gonna make it more powerful, like than what we have right now with the Xbox and the PS4. But I've been hearing that they don't have a lot of money and resources to do that kind of thing. So like it's kind of got me worried that they might make they might make the same console that they have now, but just a little bit powerful, a little bit more powerful enough to like have like third party games on the system and shit. So like
Yeah.
I'm a little skeptical about it, but at the same time it's like kind of raised that intrigue for me and shit because like they might surprise everybody and just be like, bam, like we got the system and it can finally run like higher res games and shit and like and it could probably usher in a new era for like for games and shit. So like so I think people should definitely keep an eye out for that. Um
Yeah, I definitely agree that they might do something real dope this time. They got the opportunity to do it though. Like the ball is on their court right now.
yeah, and I think I think they should step out of the box because I know like that they're known for creating these fun games, man. When you play a Nintendo game, you look at it across the board, and it's just like, man, this is fun as hell, man. Like, there's no denying that, but they really have to step out of their comfort zone, man, because they can't keep making these Mario's, they can't keep making these like
That's
Super Smash Brothers and all that, and
like
these
it's
Mario
it's
Karts and shit.
listen, like they like what happened to Metroid and you
Yeah,
know it's the I want to see Zelda in a new light. Like I understand they trying to tackle a different direction with the game and shit, but I would like to see like a different art style, like more realistic looking Zelda. You know what I mean?
yeah.
On some Conan and shit.
Is using the I always say this for like every game, but like use the Unreal Engine for like every Nintendo game and shit, just like what they did with that Mario World game.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that was sick, man. Whoever did that, like when I saw that, I was blown away by that Mario running on the Unreal 4 engine, man. That shit was sick.
Yeah, man. Like, see, they can do a lot of things, and also Earthbound too. Like, and, they can put that on the I don't know if a lot of people remember that, but they could put that on the NX. No, they could have some badass like launch titles. I've been hearing that new Zelda might be on there too. So like so that could be dope. They can have like a cross-gen title with the NX and the Wii U and
Yeah.
um but
Question for you, man. Um, what you thought about the Call of Duty beta, the Black Ops 3 for the Xbox? What you thought about
uh
that?
dude. All right, man. I already told him about this, but I'll let you guys know like what I think about it. It was trash. I'm sorry. It was just it was good at first. Like it was running really smooth and everything. Like the hit detection was on point. Um, there wasn't any bullet lag or anything like that, and everything was just like it was like it was fast, but it was slow at the same time. It had a really good normal pace to it. The way the maps flowed and everything, like you had your middle area, and then you had your two other lanes and stuff. And they tweaked the gameplay a little bit, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's anything innovative to the point to where like oh shit like this is like oh shit Call of Duty's taking it to a whole nother level. Like yeah, some people might say that like they kind of like it's like Titanfall, but they made it a lot better than what Titanfall wanted to be. I can kind of respect that in terms of that, but after people started getting into the beta, that shit just got worse, man. Like it's like they got diagnosed with cancer or something, and like that shit just got worse over time. Like, yeah, it
You know, I
was like
definitely
really
agree
bad,
with you
man.
on one, brother. Like my problem with the beta was I felt like Xbox One people weren't treated fair with the beta period. You know, just off the strength of the issues we had with it, the constant crashing and the constant freezing, and then it took forever to get into a game. You know,
Yeah,
um, but it's true what you said though about once it got open to the public and the population increased on the game, it just felt like any other Call of Duty with lag issues and hit detection problems. It, it was whack to me, man. You know, just off the strength that it wasn't stable, and I feel like they wasn't trying to do anything to stabilize it. You know, for the few days that we had to play it.
yeah. They could they could have given us like a day or two or something, but like I'm still thinking about getting it. I just don't know about like a day one like buy for me at this point because
Oh
I'm
yeah,
still I still want to try out the zombies and everything. Like the zombies looks it looks a lot more intriguing than what the multiplayer presented and shit. And
yeah.
they look like they're going for more of a narrative type of route with it instead of just having like a survival wave based like gameplay and shit. So like I'm looking forward to that, you know.
Yeah, I want them to just really go back to their roots, man. It's true that they are kind of like having an identity crisis, man. Like when you play Black Ops 3, you can see that it's a lot of different games in that one game. And it's weird because it's like, yo, is this really Call of Duty or is this some other shit?
Yeah.
It's just really bugged out to me. Like, I really want a true Call of Duty game. Like, I know a lot of people don't like the Call of Duty franchise. Some people do. Some people not liking it so much now. I'm one of those guys. Like, I play Advanced Warfare from time to time. I brag like, oh yeah, I'm gonna trade it in and get rid of it. But I got the season pass for this shit, so it's like, I'm not ready to like really get rid of that game just yet. But like the like, what type of shit is this where you have to like buy supply drops now? Now, like, I have the season pass, and they release new guns, but I can't get those guns. I have to just like wait until I get it randomly. Like, there's a chance that I may never get one of these guns, and that's fucking stupid. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, like, what type of business practice is that? I just hope that shit doesn't become a norm with Call of Duty or just games, period, because it's like, that's fucking stupid. Because now it's like, oh, you really got to pay to fucking be a beast in multiplayer because some dude might have the most sickest weapon and nobody else could get it.
Exactly.
No, it's just like, it's stupid to me, man. Like, I understand, like, with some armor, it's like some like a custom outfit or something that you may never get. That's cool. That's different. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like weapons, somebody's gonna always have the advantage. Then it's like, all right, now you gotta try to like think of a workaround. Like, what type of weapon can I use to combat this dude, and
Yeah.
try to pick up his weapon and not die, so I can keep his weapon and just start owning shit. It's weird. I think what games should start doing too, if they want to have like these super weapons, do it like Gears. Do it like how Battlefield Hardline had it, where, on each map you have like certain weapons that are placed on the map.
Man.
That would be fucking cool to see in the Call of Duty. That would be different. It'll change the flow.
Yeah, that's and that kind of brings me back to or not back, but that kind of brings me to Halo 5. That's dropping next month, right? On the 27th.
Yeah.
And I I think multiplayer is a lot harder to put time into than it is a single player game because you kind of know what you're getting into in terms of the single player. Like you know how to structure it and you know how to I mean, you know how to structure the multiplayer, but it's a lot different because you're gonna have players like complaining about different things. So like you always have to fine tune it for to everybody's liking. But Halo 5, that what they're doing, the main focus of the game is balance, and I think that's what a lot of these multiplayer like shooter games are like forgetting about is having the game be balanced and fair to everyone, to where everyone's on the same playing field. No one has like some damn like freaking like some like super blast or some shit, and you just have your little pistol or some shit. Like everybody's on the same playing field, and then and if you want to have an advantage, you can have like a placed weapon on the map, not something you can put in your loadout, because I always thought that concept was stupid because it's not fair to the other player. It's like you have like a com- like a completely total advantage on them if you do that. But
Yeah.
I think they should start like looking at it and like looking more deeper into having everything balanced and stuff like that, and kind of look back at that. I think they kind of forgot that, especially with Call of Duty, because like if you look at Call of Duty 4, that was like balance, man. You had
Yeah.
your three kill streaks, 3, 5, and 7. You know, you had your UAV, your little bomb, and then you had your helicopter, man, and that was it. But now they kind of
Yeah.
branched out too far.
Yeah, I remember that, man. That shit was dope. How they just had it all balanced out like that. I
Yeah,
miss, man. I just, I know that these companies like and the developers they want to try new things because people want new things, and some
yeah,
people don't want new things, but they don't know that they want new things. It's just all confusing. But
yeah,
I think they just need to do exactly like how you just said it. Just figure out how to balance this shit out, man, and stop with these fucked up business practices too, because it's fucking outrageous. Like this whole Call of Duty Black Ops 3 now, the exclusive shit goes to PS4 first, like the
yeah,
DLC and everything. I just feel like there's still like some little shit going on under the rug that nobody knows about, and Xbox One always get the shitty end of the stick, man. And
yeah,
it's time for Activision to jump on, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, get rid of this fucking engine. This is a Quake engine. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of people that don't know, this engine is old as fuck. There's no reason that it can't reach 1080p on the fucking Xbox One. Like me and my boy Poncho was talking about before, if they was to ever do a remaster of like Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, um, like would they be able to get 1080p on the Xbox One, or would the Xbox One get gimped once again? And I just think that this engine is just a piece of shit, man. And I understand that they worried about their 60 frames.
yeah,
It does make a lot difference on the multiplayer side. It's dope. But I just really think that they just need to take a risk, man, and just go with a different engine. Start with some new shit. I'm not expecting it to happen overnight, but it's time to just move on to something new, something better. You know what I'm saying? And shit, use the Unreal Engine. Fuck it. Build Call of Duty on the Unreal Engine. Do something different. And another thing I just want to get out there real quick. I know a lot of people say graphics don't matter. You know, to me, this is my opinion. Graphics plays a major part. Depending on what type of game it
yeah,
is, graphics do matter, man. It adds to that atmosphere. It just creates more of an immersive world when you're looking at something that's jaw dropping. Now if I'm playing like a Mario game, no, graphics really don't fucking matter because I know what to expect already. I'm just playing the game for straight, just bugged out fun. But
yeah,
like game like Rise, Watch Dogs, even these Call of Duty games, graphics do matter. It has to pull me in. Look at GTA. You know, GTA raised the bar with their graphics, and they was pushing the boundaries on old hardware with the 360 and PS3, and look how
Exactly.
beautiful that game was looking. You know, that's why I'm looking at, you know, Activision like, come on, man, they gotta step up, man, and just, you know, knock the ball out the park already. I know they can do it. You know, I have faith in them. You know, I know the sales been declining with the Call of Duty series, but you know, I got faith in these dudes. I'm expecting. I hope that this shit happens. Another Call of Duty Ghost. I know people hated the first Ghost,
Yeah.
but I hope that they do a part two. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the multiplayer too. I know that the single player campaign was just, you know, it was bad for people, especially with the voice acting and everything. But you know, I always find enjoyment in the little things that some people just overlook. It was a good game for me. Like, I loved it. Was it the best? No, it wasn't the best, but it was a good game. I enjoyed it a lot. I just think that they just need to find themselves, man, and stop trying to take from every other game. Cause like, what's next? They're gonna add chainsaws on their guns now and be a little gears, you know?
Yeah. Oh man. Oh shit.
Like,
Uh,
well, just never know what to
yeah.
expect from these dudes.
Yeah. I feel you on that. Like. Oh shit. Like. I mean. I'm not saying that other games don't do that. Like they kind of cop some styles from like other games, which is fine because
Yeah,
not every game is gonna be like innovative or whatever. Like so, it's good to kind of take some cues from like different studios or whatever. But don't make sure your game has its own identity. And that was like I remember Shadow of Mordor when that was about the job, people like was complaining about it being too similar to Assassin's Creed or whatever, and
yeah,
like you can kind of notice a a couple things about it, but it was like it was its own game for the most part to me, in
yeah.
my opinion.
I really enjoyed the shit out of that game. Cause I remember when people were saying it was like Assassin's Creed, but then when I actually played it myself, if I wanted to compare it to anything, I would say Batman because of the combat style, like the
Yeah,
way the combat was. But like that game was just fucking amazing, man. Yeah, I really can't talk about that game. That shit was off the hook to me.
yeah, man. Oh yeah, going back on what you were saying about like these fucked up like business practices and everything. That kind of brings me to how Destiny is, because that's like I feel like that's the worst of them all. Like
Yeah,
like the whole Taken King shit. Like people was mad about the price for that because like what came inside of it. Like I mean you had the obviously the expansion or whatever for the game or whatever, but they had all these other stupid things like emojis or whatever and shit you could get for your character or something, and they said the only way to get that is if you buy that, man. Like, come on. Like,
yeah,
why the fuck would I want to spend that much money on that kind of stuff? Like skins for like my character, man. Like that should be shit that I can unlock inside the game, man. Like, yeah, I shouldn't have to go out of my way to pay like $40 for it. I mean I can understand they want to make more money on the side by charging like maybe like $1 for it or something like that. But like the only way to get it is if I have to buy the expansion pack. Like that's kind of fucked up. Like I don't understand that. And then this casino type mentality with the game where like you don't know if you're gonna get this fucking legendary weapon or not. Like
yeah,
this shit is
yeah.
really stupid to me.
Like I really like I hate these business practices because it's just like fucking up the industry. Um, that's why like sales are dropping in certain areas with the games. Like
Yeah.
favorite developers are getting fucking laid off is because of these type of business practices, man. And it doesn't make sense, you know. Like, to me, it's like, why release the fucking game if you know it ain't finished? Like, I know there's another side to this business that I don't understand. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I do have knowledge on it. I really don't. know what really goes on, and like with the publishers, the shareholders, and the developers. I don't know how that shit works, but it's like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like every game comes out half-assed. Like the articles just released about Destiny, you know, how they had to go in and change shit at the last minute and change the whole fucking story because they lost a writer, and you know,
Yeah.
it's the product that came out of that, you know what I'm saying, from it changing so much like that. And it's just real fucked up. You know, I traded the game in quick. You know, I tried to like it. I played. I met some good people. I met some good friends playing that game. But I just couldn't just. I'm just doing the same shit over and over and over. People want to talk about repetitive. Um, that shit's repetitive, man. Like I'm just going to the same places, trying to find loot caves, hoping I get a legendary drop. May never fucking get one. If I do, it's some dumb shit. You know what I mean? It's just like it was whack, man. Like it got real corny. Some people love it.
Yeah.
That's everybody got their thing. You know, that's not my type of shit, man. You know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna do the same thing, I'm gonna do it a different way. That shit just wasn't
Yeah.
fun to me anymore. You know what I mean? Like I not being promised, not being guaranteed I'm gonna get some good shit. You know, especially after doing those raids. Oh my god, like
Oh yeah, exactly. Like I'd be pissed off at those the most because I'm like, yo, I still didn't get anything. Like this is like the hardest. This is like one of the hardest parts of the game, and like I'm still not being rewarded for like trying my best on it and shit, and like doing what I had to do like to complete it and shit, and I still get the short end of the stick, and I don't know, and then like I just found out not too long ago, but that they're releasing Destiny 2 and shit, like, and they're already milking the franchise out already, and they're on the second one. Like, they need to take their time on this, man. This shit should not release next year or the year after. Like, they should take their time with this, man. Like, and kind of lose
yeah,
feedback that people are giving them.
yeah, I definitely agree, man. Like they talking about fucking 10-year support for the game when shit first came out. I was like, you know, really? Like, what are they going to do with this game? Because I'm not going to front. I was thinking about buying it again
Yeah.
after like everything is said and done, just so I could get to see what the game was supposed to be like. You know, now they changed the voice actor for the little ghost thing that follows you around to the cat that plays Drake in Uncharted.
Oh
Which is
yeah,
um what's his
Nolan
name?
North, I think.
Yeah, Nolan North. Like it is bugged out. You know what I mean? Like what happened to whatever his name is, Peter Dinklage.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, I know people complained about his voice and everything when the beta was out and everything like that. I think with that game they should have just had it where you can customize your voice of the ghosts. Just like pick random voices like how you can do with Titanfall, how you can just customize the voices of the
Oh
they talk
yeah.
to you when you inside your mech and shit like that. But yeah,
Yeah, that would have been dope.
Destiny shit. Like you know, I just think that companies should not follow this type of business tactic. This whole casino mentality, the gamble. It's like the slot machine. You know what I mean? You might. It's like
Yeah.
I go to Atlantic City and I go sit at a slot machine. I might be sitting at a slot machine that I might not win shit. Like I
Yeah.
could sit there for like 4 hours and waste all my money because it's just set up that way. You know what I mean? You win some, you lose some, and I just think it's all fucked up. But you know, at least they got their shit more balanced than Advanced Warfare. Like I can't. Yo, yesterday my girl was looking at me like, yo, you playing that shit again? Like, because she said to me, she was like, yo, it reminds me when we go to Bally's out there in Atlantic City, and you trying to get me trying to do something. Cause
Yeah.
I want a gun. All I get is clothes. All I get is armor pieces, exosuits. You know how many pants I got? I got more pants in that game than I do in real life, man. Like, what the fuck is up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, See,
Yo, oh man. Yo, we got a view in here. Oh shit, we hit that milestone, man. Got hit that milestone already. We got one view in here. I was actually trying to set up the Q&A, and but it keeps saying it's disabled. I don't know if you can see it on your screen right now. But
yeah, I got like three different screens open, man.
oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at right now.
yeah. I'm trying to see how to enable that, but it said it's disabled. Um, I don't know. Like, let me see. Check out this control room or something. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I'll figure that shit out soon. But what else we could talk about? What else has been going on in the gaming industry? Um, uh, oh yeah, with the I'm looking at this article. I saved it just for this podcast, and I kind of wanted to see your take on it and shit. I don't know what some of this stuff is, but I know a couple of them. Um, but the DirectX 12 it's supposed to have better like processing effects and shit, and I like what it's gonna be able to do, like it's gonna have like better quality effects and post process stuff a lot faster. Right here it says screen space ambient occlusion, screen space reflection, better quality shadow mapping, translucency, tone mapping, and like I think little shit like that's just gonna make games on Xbox like run a lot better and shit. Like I think that's really dope. Like that
Yeah,
this DirectX 12 can do shit like that. Even
yeah,
with
it's fascinating, man.
yeah,
Like,
like shit is really dope though.
cause like I just wanna like see like what these games are really gonna look like in a few years, man. Like we're not too far, man. Like playing that Forza demo like had me like jumping out of my damn seat because like that that's using like a little bit of that DX12.
Yeah.
Like I
Oh,
just
just a little bit. So oh shit. Well, I can imagine if they use like full on like DirectX 12, like wondering like what that would look like.
yeah,
Oh.
that's what I want to see.
Oh, yo, I heard that Frostbite's already using that shit, like fully supporting that shit. I wonder what game though. Like they was teasing everybody that there's a game that's gonna be using that soon. I'm wondering if it's gonna be Mirror's Edge or Battlefield 5. Those are my top two picks for the games right now. People are
Yeah,
saying that Battlefront's using it, but I'm not too sure about that. I'm not too sure about that just yet. Uh, we'd have to see when it comes out, but I think they would have said that already if that was the case. But I think it's Battlefield 5, no doubt.
yeah, with that whole destruction. Like I think that's what like they need to step that shit up too with the next Battlefield, that whole destruction level.
Yeah, I think they might be able to pull off 1080p. If that's the case, if they got DirectX 12, like it makes it a lot faster and shit. Like you can do a lot of post processing stuff with it too. So like and special effects and shit. So they might be able to pull off a lot more shit that they couldn't do with with Hardline or Battlefield 4. So
Yeah,
I'm thinking they might be able to pull off a lot more stuff with that. Um,
because that's another thing that's interesting about this whole cloud and DirectX 12, like the way the developers are utilizing it, and they're learning more each day themselves that they could do this now. Like they're seeing that as not no limit, like to what they can do right now. Like
yeah,
I think some of these developers though should start making like little documentaries about them, developing the game and shit using new technology.
Oh
and
yeah,
I think that'll be really interesting too. Bring something like that out, and that'll definitely, it should be well respected in the video game community, because I would love to see more behind the scenes of what goes on in these studios, and how the new technology is presented, and then how they take it and try to, develop for it in the very beginning stages.
yeah. That's what they did with the Halo anniversary thing. I thought that was like that resonated a lot with me. Like, and also you get to learn about the history of like, oh, depending on the developer, of course, but like I would love to see like a Rockstar like documentary or some shit about about the history of that engine and shit, and like how they were able to optimize it to their liking and everything. Like I think that'll be dope. Like seeing stuff like that. Like it'll really give you an appreciation of the company, but also more importantly the game itself and the time they put into it and everything. So I think that's
Yeah,
pretty badass.
like I think that's dope, because I do want to see like some documentaries about this DirectX 12 and cloud, like in the future, like with some of these developers, man, because you know Xbox has just been like in a bad eye, and it's like people denying the shit, like, oh, it can't do this, it can't do 1080p, it can't do 60
Yeah.
frames. Then we got games that's 1080p, 60 frames. You know, it's just like it'll just teach people a lesson, because I'm always willing to learn. I don't know about the rest of these motherfuckers.
Yeah. Oh shit. But so you want to leave it off at that note? I don't
Hold,
know.
hold on, no. Is it what's the developers that did that made Killer Instinct? The Double Helix?
Uh, I think that's the original. I can look it up for you right now. Let me see. Got you right now. Uh, AI. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Double Helix Games.
Yeah, and then it got passed over to like some other people, right? Because Double Helix got picked up by like Amazon or some shit.
Oh yeah. So last year I think. Double Helix.
Well, there's a game that
Oh
came out on the Xbox One and PS4. It's called Strider.
yeah.
Dope game. I've been a fan of Strider since I was a kid. I remember playing it in the arcade. Um, Played it on the NES. Played it on the Sega Genesis. You name it. I've played all different types of versions of that game. But the one that came out, the 2014 version, is definitely like a sleeper hit. You know, I hope it did good. I would like to see a sequel to that game because it was done very well. Um, that's it. I just want to do Spider Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you on that. Well, I'll add on to that just to kind of tell you about it. But I'm not really big on platformers. It depends on a certain game, but that I remember playing Strider, that the one you talking about, and it kind of like gave me that Mega Man feel to it for some reason, like the way they moved and shit, the way you
Yeah,
move with the character and everything. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out right there. But
what they call it, Metrovania, some shit like that, kind of like the Metroid Castlevania type shit.
oh
The way
yeah,
you do the
oh,
levels and
Metroid's
stuff.
gonna be one of my favorite platformers of all time, man. Like
Yeah, yeah. Super Metroid was
that's just
word.
yeah. So Oh shit, dude, yo, this was a great episode, man. I'm surprised I did as good as I did, man. Like, I was a little nervous.
Yeah,
Shit.
I'm figuring that. Yeah, this podcast today, man, just came out of left field, man. It was just something we've been planning for a while, and
Yeah.
it's just like fuck it, let's just do this shit today, man. No cards, no flash cards, nothing. Just going random.
Yeah.
You know,
What?
first podcast is always a little bit all over the place, though.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to do this next week, I did tell, we have one of our friends called B Drew on Xbox. You said he was cool with him coming next week, so maybe we might have a guest for you guys next week. See how
Oh
that
well.
works out. Yeah.
Oh
He
yeah.
uh he has a great mind for the business too. So I respect him a lot.
Just definitely get ready for like more better content in the future, man. Like
Oh
this
yeah,
is just the beginning,
definitely.
right? And like we got big plans for this. Just to reach people in a different way, man. Cause like there's something missing from the video game industry as a whole right now. I'm not going to speak on that now. I just let people go and think about what's really missing because it's pretty obvious. But
Yeah.
we're going to revive that.
Yeah,
Well,
man. So, yeah, man. We trying to change the whole podcast game altogether, man. So like, definitely give us that support. Um, and we catch y'all later, man. Like, see y'all next week. You know, you guys take care.
peace out.
Peace.